So,
I'm alive, aren't I? Of course, that's due in part to my chief survivor skill, the hiring of personal bodyguards.
huh. I mean, there's a lot of ways to contribute outside of battle.
Undoubtedly, but the majority of that burden will fall onto you in order to justify the amount I'm considering paying you. But the cooking is another matter, as I have a finicky tongue and it requires sharing the duties. Flare your nostrils if you understand. Good.
I don't really need your money, and you're not paying me, but okay. So the cave that we were at, and now we're not.
What an odd thing to ask. That is, if you were my last bodyguard, I clearly explained to him what the artifact is. If he didn't like spending his winters in the void, I wouldn't have to repeat myself. This time, I will wait until we find it. Blink once if you understand, twice if you're confused, no times if there's cobwebs in my hair. Excellent.
How about if I just drink your blood?
They must be removed, of course, if we want to explore these grounds. I will do my best to stay out of your way. Do you see the color of my robes? Of course you don't. They're camouflaged in the dark. So watch where you strike.
So I found this note on this body in that cave. Let's see here. Note to Aldi? No. You are one step behind as always, my dear Aldi, although technically in this instance you are 5 steps in the wrong direction. You see, I had altered the archives to hint that this cave was the location of the artifact. Of course, any novice adventurer can see that Gloomreach is not the entrance to a forgotten Dwemer ruin. Gloomreach is where we were. On that note, I do sincerely hope you have turned back before reaching this letter, as it would represent a new low in explorer incompetence. These two sound like 2 peas in a pod. On the other hand, the look on your face will be worth every septim I paid. To have those records forged and this letter planted, they must be twins. Meanwhile, I will be heading to Mizenshelft shortly to recover the attunement sphere. I suspect when we next meet, I will be sitting at the dinner table with my new Dwemer friends. Your friend and better, Cameron, and no, the sphere isn't actually in Mizenshelft. Well, so, I found this letter. I believe it's addressed to you, possibly from your twin sister.
What an oblivion! I sincerely hope that you have turned back before reaching this letter, as it would represent a new low in explorer incompetence. Incompetence? We'll show that girl incompetence. Furrow your brow if you agree. Good.
I like furrowing my brow. It seems like an awful lot of effort to fool you.
Yes, the irony is, if the girl used half of her ingenuity toward exploration as opposed to these tricks, she would have found the lexicon already.
And, so what's the history between you and Cameron?
We're competitors in the exploration game. Fierce ones at that. We'd probably get along if it didn't go against our best interests. I'm not sure what the current tally is, but it doesn't matter anymore. This discovery will top all our previous history.
And she mentions a propellant chamber?
Yes, a teleportation device used by the Dwemer in ancient times to travel between their strongholds. In order to activate them, a cone-shaped object called an index is required. Are you following me so far? Give me a sign if you aren't. Wonderful.
So, wait.
These indices are enchanted to form a link between a circle of chambers, allowing you to transport across great distances. Now, considering how advanced it was, there's an alternate theory that proposes some of this technology was borrowed from the Dwemer. Some even say it explains the disappearance of the entire Dwemer race. I should know. I'm the one who proposed that theory.
You know, I have the power of time travel too as an innate ability, and I'm really thinking about going back in time to the time before I met you, so that I could make sure that we never meet. But a time machine sounds interesting. So, like, wouldn't a Dwemer use lexicons as opposed to indexes?
Yes, while the Dwemer used enchanted indices, the Dwemer typically store all relevant data into a single lexicon. Given we are searching for a Dwemer machine and not a Dwemer one, I would venture your guess is correct, but I make no assumption.
And what are they doing in Skyrim?
It's common sense. If you build a temple, you will draw the devout. If you make a key, it will find its way to the right door. The artifacts are here because the chamber is here. The presence of one proves the existence of the other. Anyhow, it's not your concern. I know you're smart, but for this task you need to think like you're 2 carats short of a potage.
See, there's some flaws in your logic there, but is there any basis for this
In
theory?
ancient times, the Dwemer and Dwemer united against a common enemy to form the kingdom of Resdain. The two races couldn't be more different, but when two siblings live under the same house, they can't help but influence each other.
And what makes you think the two races influence?
I had heard a lecture in
each
Winterhold
other?
on how the Dwemer used charged soul gems to animate machines and harness the power of the gods. It also led to the circumstances of their disappearance, when they were seemingly teleported to an unknown place.
And how does that relate to the device we're searching for?
It occurred to me that crystals were also used by the Chimer's descendants to charge the propylon chambers, and thus a theory was born. Roughly around the same time our Red Guard friend was learning how to crawl.
I see. In the letter, Cameron also implied she was after a sphere?
Machines of such importance are typically safeguarded with a toner lock, and that requires an attunement sphere. Cameron has stayed a step ahead of us thus far, mostly with the help of that new bodyguard of hers, but if we get the lexicon, she'll be forced to bargain.
I have an attunement sphere somewhere. So what's our next move?
We'll have to work on the assumption that the Red Guard obtained the attunement sphere. Luckily, we have one advantage. This key. I don't know if it unlocks a door or chest, but it will undoubtedly lead you to the lexicon.
And what will you be doing?
I will head to Mazinchalav to meet Cameron while you retrieve it. Afterward, you'll rendezvous with us at the nearby settlement of Stonehills. Here are my notes on the lexicon, but don't worry, you won't need to solve any puzzles. Just explore the ruins like you did this cave, ferociously. I trust you know how to proceed? Scratch your nose if you agree. No, scratch that. The idea, not the nose. Just nod if you're confused. Good.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have my attunement sphere on me. And I think I might need that. I do not have any attunement spheres with me. Now, where does everybody think it'll be? I don't know. I'll go find it, and we'll circle back to this and resume. Well, my friends, that was not exactly the most fun trip in the world. But I will tell you, we are closer than ever. This is Blackreach. If you haven't been, it's quite the place. I have my HUD up because I just want to find this place. Now, that's Crimson Nirnroot. I have to get that. Now, let's see here. So, I hate to rush through here. I have soul gems to collect. Crimson Nirnroot and such and whatnot. Well, anyway, we'll pick back up when I'm ready. So yeah, and then there was this guy here as I was mining for soul gems, and I thought, yes,
Are you prepared for your death?
it's not really alive, but okay. Go ahead, get him, guys. Go ahead. Oh, that Steve looks nasty.
By destroying you,
You honor me by being stuck. Oh, he has the high ground. That's not good. Well, this could be. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know. I have ideas about things, but they're usually not good. Yeah, for me. You guys are useless. Alright. Well, what a place this is, isn't it? Do you hear all those sounds? What a place this is. What a place. What a place, what a place, what a place. Blackreach is magical. Oh, I guess we're going in here. War quarters. Oh my. I've never been. Or have I? Oh, we're getting close. And we're gonna need some sight. My night vision is now on. And we should be approaching our query presently. And now I can turn this immersive HUD situation back into chest, isn't it? A blank lexicon, ebony ingot, some necklace, and some crap armor. Rendezvous with Aldi's outside stone hills. Yeah, alright. This is with the night vision off. Well now, it was quite an adventure just getting down here. But I suppose we'll see you at Stone Hills.
Just as I predicted you would. I told Scotty only a true ignoramus would come to Mzinchalav after I made it clear it was another ruse. Yet you do serve a purpose. When we reintroduce ourselves to the Dwemer, they will wonder why it took so long for us to find them. And I need only point them to Exhibit A, the lump of orichalcum you call brain.
Ha! You're one to talk, Cameron. If it weren't for that bodyguard of yours, you wouldn't last 2 seconds in a Dwemer ruin. Well, I'll have you know I've hired someone just as capable.
You mean Falcus? That fool isn't fit enough to fetch Scotty's slippers.
No, Falcus is dead, as are all his predecessors. My new bodyguard, however, is alive and well and has a presence for both of us. Have you done as I asked? Good. Now that will depend entirely on our friend's reaction to it. Hand it over and we'll see. So, Cameron, it appears it's my time to gloat. But I'm going to refrain. After all, you still have the sphere. This game ends in a draw. At this point, I don't mind sharing the credit. This is bigger than both of us.
No, this is my discovery. I don't need your fake lexicon. I already found the real one in some ruin you haven't heard of.
Is that your attempt at a bluff? Do you think I would just toss the lexicon away? Your lips and your eyes are having a disagreement, and it's clear which one is telling the truth.
You'll see who's bluffing when I take both the lexicon and the sphere to Aftan. Come, Scotty. We have Dwemer to find.
Well, I'm afraid that's as close to a concession as we're going to get. It's no coincidence the chamber is in Alftand. And like it or not, the Red Guard needs us. In fact, she doesn't like it at all. That's what makes it all the more sweeter.
Really? Yeah, if this chamber is truly what you believe, this petty feud needs to stop.
As usual, you and I are in full agreement. Although, admittedly, it's easier to want to compromise within the presence of that bodyguard. As a result, we should do our best not to provoke them. Let me do the talking. A confrontation will not end well with one so capable by her side.
You have a high opinion of her bodyguard.
Yes, I am disappointed I didn't hire him first. It would have saved me the lives of many of your predecessors. But their lives aren't our concern. Hopefully we'll be able to solve this dilemma without violence and save yours. You lead the way. Alftan is just a few days' journey east. It's better if we let Cameron get there first, so she can mull over her choices, or lack thereof.
Yeah. Listen. I have thoughts about things, and they are not very pleasant. Like, I could just kill you. Cameron and Scotty. There's really... well... alright. Where do you want me to go now? Oh, great. We're all gonna go there? Offland, out of nowhere. That is so far away from here. Normally I would cut out the load sequence, but I thought maybe you might want to come along for the ride. And you haven't seen me ride a dragon, like Mirak here, whose armor I'm presently wearing. Oh my! Oh, looks like we have, well, this is not exactly how...
Jur, Zaku!
Oh no.
Jur, Zaku!
So, Aldi, listen, is this your first dragon? We good? Are we all good? I hurt. I got hurt, but what's going on here? No.
Scotty would have killed them all if your bodyguard not intervened.
That's beside
Really?
the point. You still need the lexicon to work the chamber. Isn't it time we end this feud?
I don't need your help. I'm tired of our colleagues saying I rode your coattails.
And I tire of people saying I would have never gotten anywhere without your assistance. But you know what? Your people and my people, they're both right. Whether it's as rivals or colleagues, we are where we are because of each other. And while others may argue over who gets...
Maybe you're right. I suppose it would be just as unsavory to steal the lexicon as it would be to share the credit. Fine, we can work together, but on one condition. I want to be the first one to use the chamber. It's only fair, given I found it.
Yes, of course. Here, take the lexicon. For once, I don't mind following your act.
Oh my goodness. Well now. We have ourselves a party here, don't we? Isn't that something? Oh, are you gonna open it? Or is this all me again? You guys are sad and pathetic. Totally worthless without me. Lucky for you, I can open it from the inside, because I have special powers. Yeah, you people really should try to be better for, like, friends and stuff with me and nicer and stuff, you know?
This place.
She said, bye, Juliana, look at this place. It's dark, though. And people at home, they don't like it when it's dark.
Scotty, take the sphere of the lexicon and place it in the machine. This is it. We've done it. After all this time, thousands of years, we're going to make contact with the Dwemer. Us!
Definitely.
It's an amazing day, Cameron. I know we've had our differences, but for now, they all seem so insignificant.
You're right.
Astounding.
What? It was selfish of me to want this to happen. I want you to stand here with me.
Do you mean it? This isn't one of your tricks, is it?
No, not at all. I want us to share this
tell
discovery.
you,
I'm
but
sure there's
all
room on
has
this
one
platform for the two of us.
No one is going anywhere.
Scotty, stop fooling around. Hurry up and place the lexicon into the device.
No. I am not yours to command. Nor will you fool these people any longer, servant of Mazanok.
Whoa, hey.
Scotty, what in oblivion are you talking about?
Scotty. There is no Scotty. He was a figment of my imagination. Until I made him a reality of yours. No. You speak to the first hero of the Fourth Era. Champion of Mundus. Two Tails. The Dwarvenborn.
I remember you.
What nonsense is this?
Don't play coy with me, servant of the God Eater. I know as well as you that this teleportation device is designed specifically to bring Mazanok's generals.
So you know, this is Two Tails. I have actually encountered him before, and I don't... we need a little more brightness for you. That's it.
Into Skyrim, Rald Bethar, Mazan Khalift, and Ulfdand. They are not places, but names. The names of the three machine heralds of the apocalypse. But I have disabled your device with my machine hand. Watch as I press this button.
That's right, he used to talk about a machine hand, how he could break machines with just by touching them. He cursed. This guy is schizophrenic, so you know. There's quite a few schizophrenic people in Skyrim.
and nothing happens.
Cameron, stop that fool before he breaks something.
Listen, Two Tails. Oh no, this is not ideal. Listen, don't
What have you done? The button seems stuck.
calm
Not
down.
stuck. Deactivated. Permanently disabled by my machine.
Wait. I don't even want to take sides. I don't like anyone here. I like none of these people. So whatever happens, happens. I really just don't care. Meanwhile, I have my own. I didn't bring my lexicon with me. Just my attunement sphere. Are you all quite done yet? Maybe everyone should die. I suppose I have to bring this to resolution, and there's no way around it. Hey, can we stop? Stop it. I have ideas. You know what? Oh, wow. He is not... Uh-oh. Okay, well... I guess... it's time for Two Tails to bite it, then. I missed.
Cameron, are you alright?
I'm alive. Thank the divine.
Why does he have so many spoons?
Still in a state of shock, but alive. Why would Scotty do this? And how did he disable the machine?
He's schizophrenic.
Let's not jump to conclusions. It may have been already damaged. And we don't really know what...
You know... I bet this one won't work.
will take us.
But-
It might just send us to Rhodes. Well, that was different. What could have possessed Scotty to turn on his own client? Thankfully, whatever disease he caught hasn't spread to you, or I'd be deader than a Drago crypt.
He was a mad lizard he thought the dwarves were returning to enslave us.
Interesting. Historically, that isn't entirely out of the realm of possibility, given what happened to the Falmer. Although yes, Scotty was completely insane, there's no denying that.
Do you think it can be repaired?
It will be a difficult task, seeing as our knowledge of Dwemer engineering is as spotty as the freckled leopard. We'll need financial backing, but I'm sure someone in Winterhold will grant us the funding.
So what will you do now?
Despite everything that's happened, the machine must still be studied. To be honest, it doesn't look anything remotely like a propylon chamber, which is exciting in its own right. Once we figure out what it is the device actually does, we can start on the path to getting it done. Either way, your work is done. Whatever this discovery yields, you were instrumental in delivering it. Take this gold if you agree. Good.
Hi. Excuse me. I was, Rise, Two Tails, my insane friend. Your journey is not done. So you're gonna go all the way down here, huh? I wouldn't if I were you. I've been down here. Soul gems. Well, my friends, Do you think this is where she's intending to go? Fascinating, truly. Is that really where you're going to go, lady? Or are you coming in here to, like, okay. You're gonna go to bed, aren't you? You're gonna take a nap. Or you're gonna study. Here comes your friend Cameron. Do you think they'll have a conversation when they get here? Well, at least you don't moan and go groan like a lot of other dead thralls do. So, Cameron. Alright, well, I'm gonna go down here. See ya. Now, will Two Tails follow me? What the heck? I think it's broke. It's broke. Oh well. It's been fun, friends. Really.